don't think so. The results have been different, but in regards to how we compete, how we play, I think they understand it a little bit better, but I think all teams understand things better at this time of the year. I thought we started the year really strong, maybe too strong, and then injuries and defections, and it kind of took us a while to get back in a groove. And then, at West Virginia, at Villanova, all those things, I think we finished games better, but I think that that's part of understanding what we've got to do prior to the end of a game. But I think our competitiveness and how we've played and our intensity and our energy has been relatively the same.
Another big game coming up, Pittsburgh. You talking about that big show coming up Thursday?
They have 7 returning players that are all really good. 2 of those 7 are redshirt guys, so they're all a year older. And then the 2 new guys they have, one is a McDonald's All-American, and the other one is a kid from Texas that I've known for a long time. Coach Dixon's won 78% of his games since he's been at Pitt. We'll have our hands full from the very beginning.
Well, do you see some parallels between you guys and Pittsburgh? They lost 3 seniors. You guys lost 3 seniors, and maybe not a lot was expected out of both teams coming into the year.
You can.
Well, relative to the departures, you're right. The 7 guys that they have that are returning, I think have been magnificent. And Dante Taylor was a McDonald's All-American, and then J.J. Richardson is from Houston. He's from a suburb on the other side of Houston than where Eric is from. He's had more of a contribution, I think, than probably what they anticipated, which has helped their team. I haven't really thought through that much more than that. I think that they're really good.
Are they playing differently without those 3 seniors this year?
No, I think they're very similar. They're probably a little bit more perimeter oriented in relation to the number of shots. If you were to break down how many perimeter shots, how many post shots, because DeJuan Blair gobbled up a lot of them, and rightfully so last year. But their style of play on both ends of the floor, I think, is similar.
So you're at 16 right now wins. Will 20 get you in?
I don't know. Do you know?
I think 20. Yeah, I do know. 20 will get you in, according
right?
to me. But my opinion doesn't matter. It's your opinion that counts.
I don't think mine matters either. I don't mean that in the wrong way. We have 6 games left in the Big East season. We're assured of playing one in the conference tournament. How many we have to win, I don't know. It's amazing. I know winning changes a lot of things, but it never changes what you have to do to win games. And so just because we won on Saturday, that doesn't mean that we're automatically going to win on Thursday. We have to do those same things. And in my opinion, in order to win on Thursday, you have to do the things that you need to do on Tuesday and then do those same things again on Wednesday. And that's not coach speak. I think that's life, and that's what the elite in any profession do, is they have the ability to do it every single day. And so what our number is and all of those things, similar to what I said last week, I don't believe in fairy tales. My parents never read those to me when I was growing up. I don't read them to my children, and I'm not a good dad when it comes to Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, because it's not reality.
My daughter's listening to this.
So
Maybe.
Something that struck me about this past game was the steals. 8 steals from this team. I go back and look. That's about what you're averaging this season. How proud are you of that tenacity?
Well, I think that it does speak to our tenacity, but I think it probably speaks to our team defense relative to playing guys before the catch. And I think we've done an outstanding job over the last month and a half of transition defense. We only gave up 4 points in transition against South Florida. And that's really been helpful to our team because we can't turn it into a scoring contest. And so if we can gear it down and play a little bit of ball control football, and it turns into a half-court game, now all of a sudden our team defense hopefully is even better than it is in transition. And so we never talk about steals or anything like that, never have, but I think that when you play guys before the catch and you don't give layups in transition, it probably trends towards having more steals than not.
Is it a testament to a good scouting team? I mean, that you've scouted a team that well, that your guys are predicting what an opponent is going to do?
I would say 1 or 2 of those would probably be attributed to that. I think our assistant coaches have done an outstanding job, and I do a poor job of giving them credit, particularly for somebody that's done that my whole life. But it's Sunday, we started on Pitt, and we have a rhythm not just with our team, but with our staff on what we do relative to how many days are prior to an opponent. And Tony Benford had the scout on South Florida. He was magnificent. Scott Monarch has the scout on Pitt. And we break down every single thing that you could possibly think of. What play do they run? Who is it for? On what side of the floor? When they catch it, do they shoot it? If they don't shoot it, when they dribble it, which way do they dribble it? When they dribble it right, what's their percentage, field goal percentage? So it's a massive undertaking and a lot of preparation per game, and our staff has done a fantastic job with that.
Now that fashion has become such a hot topic of yours, everybody's wondering what you're wearing for the gold out.
I didn't know it was gold out until yesterday when I did my TV show. I don't have a gold suit. If I would have known, I would have called my tailor, or at least wear a gold jacket. But I'll have to figure it out. Try to do that on Thursday morning.
Coach, let's talk about Maurice Acker. Here's a guy that was on the team, off the team, back on the team. Are you surprised what he's doing out there, or did you always know that he had it in him?
Well, I didn't give him much of a chance last year to determine whether he had it in him or not. That was because I had great faith in Dominique James. And in hindsight, you could probably say a little bit of the same thing that's going on this year. Junior Cadogan is behind. Physically, he's behind as it relates to his practice time. But Junior's a really good player. But it's hard for me to find minutes because I have so much trust in Mo. And so part of that is my nature as a human being. I like to surround myself and be around the people that I trust the most. And that's not to say that I don't trust Junior. He just hasn't been given that opportunity. And what's happened this year is Mo's been given that opportunity, and he's taken full advantage of that.
Has he grown as a player in your eyes over the past couple of years?
Well, I think he's grown relative to what I would like to do. And I think it's important. Coaches spend a lot of time talking about the point guard needs to see things through the coach's eyes. It may be insecurity on my part or immaturity on my part, but I want every single human that's involved in our program to see things through my eyes. And a lot of what I see through my eyes may be wrong, but at least if we're all thinking the same thing, we're all on the same page. And Mo's done a great job of figuring that out. When you get to this time of the year, you don't spend so much time in the gym as much time as you spend in the film room and hanging out at the across campus or eating. Or I spend a lot of time with our guys off the floor this time of the year, more so than I do on the floor. And I think that always trends towards them at least understanding what I think is right and wrong.
How big has Lazar Hayward been for you guys in his last 5 games, averaging 19 points? I mean, you guys really got it all. He's
a really good player who's doing some really good things really late in his career, and that's the way you always want to finish your career. I hope that his career lasts as long as it possibly can, not because of the player that he is, but because of the person that he is, because I really enjoy being around him, and I want to be around him, Kubi, and Mo as much as possible, and hopefully that'll last as long as possible.